them. Let's see how this goes. Complexity going to be on the T side first. OG on the CT side. We're on Mirage for the opening game. And we've got a little bit of a split with the bomb outside of A, but presumably the other two players over at the B hallways will join them through the underpass eventually, and then crunch that A bomb side.
That is what it's looking like. We've got right side smokes coming out. Flames will have an opportunity to find an angle, but Complexity, they take their time. Flames getting a little worried now. Backs on up. But Montu's on a quick flank. This is going to come into play rather soon.
We've still got plenty of time. The smokes are kind of gone. It's actually shocking that no one has found a battle yet. Even with the USPs, that's a great opening. The run-and gun Glock from Esatag will take down Alexi, and that gives an opening. But Mantu on the sneak, and a big double kill coming in on him. Yeah, he knows he's got this read so well. Nico will take down Esatag, and this is just all looking very smooth all of a sudden. OG, they fight back really early on. Now it's JKS and BlameF. 50 seconds left trying to recover it. Ooh, nice spot, but it might have been too late. He probably needed that kill, and then some. Good recovery for Mantu.
Yes, Montu immediately understood what the strategy was. He pushed his position outright and found the flank. It provided a lot of value for OG on this defense here. And Complexity, they took a lot of time with that underpass play, but that was actually their undoing. It activated Montu.
Well, it's only the first round. No bomb plant either, so they can't get into too much trickery here in the second round. They're going to be left with a couple of pistols, and that is about it. So should be an easy cleanup for the side of OG.
Should be straightforward. We'll see. We'll see. That JKS interview that he did with James.
Yes.
Did it sound concerning to you as a Complexity picker?
Maybe slightly. Maybe slightly, yes. You kind of get the sense that maybe they've lost sight of the goal out there. Yeah, I don't know. I still can't believe the amount of just weird problems this lineup has run into over the last year or more. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, you have more real-life injuries on this team than you do for a professional sports team.
Yeah. I mean, even going just further back, right? Travel problems, getting the right people. It's been non-stop, really.
Yeah, it seems unending. And that's a concern because this roster on paper, it looks fun. It looks fun. I won't say it's composed of maybe the best parts in terms of roles, but they've found a little bit of form lately. They've made a lot of games very competitive for their opponents. And yeah, it's disappointing that it's so hard, so arduous.
Yeah, they've had so many players to work with over the last year that you'd think they could have struck gold at some point. 15 seconds, and it's going to be a jump down into the bomb site. Esatag with a pretty good kill there. Nico trying to stand on his own. Can he stay alive at the end? Yes, he can. So that's fine. They only lose Valor, and they're going to be fine with that. I think what's so impressive about the lineup, the story that I like, right, is that when Jason Lake was out there sort of publicly stating that, you know, they have the cash to put together a strong lineup, they want to, you know, get the right players, you think anyone in the world would jump at the chance to work with the organization that's backed by the Dallas Cowboys, actually owned by the Dallas Cowboys. And then Blamer from Denmark decides to jump on it, and it turns out he's actually an amazing centerpiece to build off of. So then, I don't know, if I was a player out there that wasn't on a team, I would fight real hard to come work with Blamer. If that opportunity comes out, I'm doing that.
You would think that they would bring a level of professionalism immediately.
Yeah.
But this round here, some early mid presence from the side of Complexity. Not really taking any drastic space. Oh, that's a nice spam to find for Valde. That stops Poison, who is running amok in the apartments. And now Complexity, they have to try to find an in on this round, but they don't really have the position.
Yeah, they need some sort of window to get back into the round. Typically through a kill, they're being a bit slow about it at the moment. And I guess that's partly because no one's... If you're Blamer, if you're waiting for someone to get on the radio and phone zooming into you, right? You're kind of hoping for a teammate to say something to work with. And, oh, I've recognized the strategy, or they're playing two people aggressive on A ramp. Look, anything you can use to put together, you know, the rest of the setup. Nico goes down. It's a very important kill right there. Still about 40 seconds left, but hiding inside of the smoke, Alexi, this is very hard to read. Cold, he could be dead already, and, well, Valdo takes him down, but one way or another, Cold was going to exit the round right then and there. It's now a 3 versus 4. Double setup inside of the B bomb site. Should be pretty good defensively. The other two in the A bomb site are quite far away, so if they can't actually defend this, it could be a while before the rotation is actually happening, but they have a crossfire set up here. Some grenades landing, but another good spray, Mantu. He does get taken down. Valdo will drop the next player in line in S-Tag. 10 seconds here for the bomb plant, and Blameth, he's just going to have to go straight for it. Now, interestingly, he'll have a double fight towards the catwalk, so maybe he could set up something here with the AK, just shoulder peeking it and trying to jiggle his way into the first fight there. Going to wrap around and play the edge of the Molotov, and they already know where he is. He's just locked in here. He can't really get out, and Flames will take him down. OG with another good round.
There was a chance there for Blame F, but he had to hit some shots, and he had to hit him a little faster than he did there. OG will pick up a third, and something a little bit concerning about watching Complexity play throughout this default is it already feels like they're lacking that little bit of spark, the aggressive nature of Config. It's absent right now.
That's one of the things Config is so good for, right? You just take him off the leash and just let him run somewhere, and probably he'll get something done.
Yeah, so we'll see if Complexity can make that up. I mean, we saw Blame F going for some pokes, some prods towards Cat, towards the bottom of Con, but someone else is going to need to step up.
Well, I mean, they have the firepower to do it, but you're right. There's a particular wild nature to Config that's kind of hard to replicate. I'm sure his presence is sort of the fact that he's not there. It's felt. Poison almost dying to a similar spray. That would have been really awkward. I don't know about you, but I kind of associate, though, one of the things I like about Blamef's calling as a leader is how quickly he'll make mid-round calls. Like on just one piece of information, immediate, you know, like, okay, turn around, go right here, everyone. And at least so far in Complexity, the other thing that I like is that people don't hesitate much once those calls are made. They really follow through on it. So I want to see more of that. I mean, you brought it up. That last round was very slow, very sort of walking around looking for it. That's not what I think of when I watch them play normally. And they're getting found before they even set up anything here. Just absolutely taken away from them by OG, which is really great. OG playing a good round here.
Yeah, love the proactivity from OG to posture towards middle. They found that kill towards the underpass, and now Complexity, yeah, they're not looking too hot in this one. JKS has made his way out Tetris. Poison is still showing some presence towards middle. That may give JKS an opportunity, but there are so many bodies at the top of Con right now. Poison, though, wins one fight, but there's a mass of OG players surrounding him, and OG will find their fourth. And yeah, Complexity right now, it's tough to say where the direction of this team is supposed to go stylistically, because they're still playing a lot of the same spots that they had prior to this, and it's been S-Tag who's been called upon in a lot of the entry routes, the entry situations. He's the guy that's supposed to go out first, and he's had to wear a lot of hats in his career, so he's definitely capable of doing it. It's just that it's very different when your first in is a Rush who is completely dedicated to the role, or a Config who is also just so explosive.
Yeah, shame on me for even forgetting about Rush, but I mean, I still think he's just woefully underrated as a player. So yeah, his presence not being on the team is also probably going to be felt in that sense. Trying to get into the bomb site a bit early here, maybe knock out one of the closer defenders on the B bomb site. And they're getting okay, one of them, Valda, actually could be in a bit of trouble here. Handles himself quite well for the double kill, and it also buys time for Alexi to show up. And actually, Cold walking in. I don't know if Poison would have waited there. He would have been still alive, and it would have been a 2-on-2. Cold will get another kill, just walking in, and I'm not sure. I feel like Flames should have been a little bit more aware of that coming, and he does the damage to Mantu, but not enough for a kill. So it's 5 in a row straight for OG, in spite of a scary round.
You could see the neurons firing for Cold, though. At the end of that,
yeah,
you begin to believe that he can roll it back, that he can make that one happen, if anybody could, for the side of Complexity. But yeah, a B pop, and the defenders on the site not only find a lot of mileage in terms of the frags that they get, but they stay alive for just maybe 15 plus seconds, and that's everything. OG, they're all there by the time Cold even tries to attempt the clutch. But we've got another gun round for Complexity, and we see Poison has already looking for some posture towards mid. And we might just get a flat-out exec.
I don't actually mind that. I think sometimes it's good to do these kind of things because what if their default defense against that just isn't on point today? What if there's something missing in it? I don't really mind it, especially because we're in the first sort of third of the first half. So you have got a little bit of time to try it. Now would be perfectly well timed that they're going to go check middle.
Oh, just one flash.
Not even the smoke wall yet? That is so interesting. Yeah, they flash out. OG gonna go check what's happening in middle. Man2 covering this line, but normally there'd be a smoke in his face, and maybe it'll still come. It's gonna be a deep Molotov for the minute. And they're gonna go real close towards jungle here, and there's actually just so many people waiting for them. The bomb drops forward in by the stairs, and what looked like an open bomb site. We could kind of tell that probably a wall of smokes there would have at least secured them a bomb plant, but they went for the close fight.
It would have at least allowed safe passage, and we saw the drawbacks of a top connector smoke. I mean, that seems to be the only one that Complexity threw, but players nowadays are just so good at playing around that top con smoke. You can poke around the right side, the left side, even playing around the stairs still. It doesn't feel that uncomfortable. The only thing it does is that it'll protect any kind of triple plant. But
yes,
other than that, you can sneak around it very easily, and Complexity don't even actually have a deep jungle smoke. So Man2, his angle still has a lot of value in this one. And what looked like it was supposed to be an explosive single flash play onto the A site was halted, and Complexity didn't want to commit onto it.
Yeah, and I was just praising them for the commitment, but you're right. All that flashbang does is alert the people in the middle that something is happening on that A ramp. Speaking of which, Man2 is 10-1, so it's a pretty decent start here.
Not bad. You will take that if you are OG. Sometimes you see Man2 get off to these slow starts, but this is not such a game.
Setting up for a little bit of a fast play here towards the A bomb site. That's a nice Molotov to slow them down, do a little bit of damage. Did he just underhand the nade out there, or was it a smoke?
It was a nade, then a smoke.
Okay, I don't know why the nade. They surely cannot run that fast, but I don't think it really matters. A little bit of spam coming through here for Flames. He's still got a couple of bullets left before he starts reloading and back around the corner. Man, he's living life on the edge here. And he's going to be at the kill on Cold Zero anyway, getting away with a lot. I was very uncomfortable watching him with that few bullets left before the reload, but JKS with, I think, his first kills in the map so far, the 2 ones that he just got there. And it's going to be a defuse regardless for OG, so they're about to be 7-0.
My mouth was agape at the fact that he was staying alive that long. Like,
yeah.
I was completely shocked that they didn't hunt him down. Either way, OG are able to stop the right side smoke hit.
Look at this. Like,
he throws a nade, then he throws a smoke. I guess he lost the timing during the commotion of the round.
Yeah.
Probably thought they could have been a little closer. Also could have just pulled out the wrong nade. That's possible.
Can happen.
It can happen.
And nothing, I mean, there's nothing actually happened behind it, right? It just looked funny because they were in the middle of the bomb site. It's like, no.
All right, Poison. He needs to find something. Someone needs to find an opener for Complexity. They have been losing the opening duel consistently on these gun rounds. And we see both oppers on both extremities.
Yeah, such a powerful angle here in terms of keeping the T's starved for information and also making it hard for them to go and explode into that B bomb site because they're going to have to give up that position a little bit early. Nico with a wallbang shot, not connecting on anyone. But again, they have to spend, you know, a nade. They have to spend some time here.
Yeah, it's slowing down the Complexity default. You could see that they had a focus on the extremities in this round, but it didn't find them any space once again. The default for Complexity is having a really tough time in taking something away from OG. And OG, in many of these mid-round situations, they're in complete control. They have all the comfort. They don't think that anybody from Complexity could really be anywhere that would upset any of the crossfires. Now Alexi at Cat, he hears that jump down. He's trying to find his time to strike. Cold is right there. But does he expect a player in the ladder? Alexi's on top of it. Oh, Cold just hard clears it. Alexi thought there was going to be a flash. Never came.
Yeah, turning around for it. inside of the bomb side, though. Mantu with the 1 kill. That is a very quick peek to take down Esatag. And it was through the side of the window as well. He's going to be furious at that. There's only 12 seconds left, so that's the bomb down on JKS. It does fall into the bomb site, so Cold, if he could win the next fight, maybe he had a chance to get the bomb plant down, but it's not going to happen now. Mantu is hitting some absolutely lightning shots right now.
He is really feeling it. It is a welcome sight for OG to see Mantu playing with this level of form. Yeah, Lexi thought there was going to be a flash, never came, and this shot right here, that one's nice. Nice correction. And just playing a great angle. JKS even goes for the crouch wide swing. That would actually beat a lot of oppers there, but Mantu, he's just feeling it.
Yeah, playing at a very high level right now. And Complexity yet to get a single round on the board here on Mirage. So OG definitely showing up to play. Last game of the day, of course, but they're not feeling sleepy at all. They are wide awake at the moment. I think we mentioned this last time, right? But for OG, making the finals is super important. I mean, it might be for Complexity too, but yeah, definitely wanna spot it playing in Copenhagen.
Yeah, they're on a mission right now. I think the desk may have mentioned it. The fact that OG, they don't have a slot at the major, so the fall finals would be an excellent LAN to punch their ticket to. And they're playing with the form that merits it, at least in this series.
Yeah, they've hit their own kind of rocky road just a little bit, with Valder dipping in form just slightly. Oh, that is a good kill. Nico trying to get that jump. Valder still in the corner, and the trigger discipline is in. He's not going to fire that gun before he knows he can get the double, and that is so smooth and so clean. Alexi goes in there, and actually, they've got the AWP. They've got such a setup. Even if Valder goes down, they've got everyone at the bomb site here. It's going to be fine. Poison on his own in a 1 versus 3. There's just too many people covering that. Another double kill for Mantu. But, yeah, Valder, that trigger discipline is always appreciated.
The lack of explosiveness from Complexity is truly hindering them. Of course, this position from Valde does even more damage to them, but the OG rotations have been seemingly so fast. It's not that OG can run faster than normal right now, it's just that Complexity are coming out slower than normal. They aren't scaling and taking space away from the CTs, and we see that every time Complexity try to hit A or B, it's just a mass of CTs that are there before Complexity sometimes even have the bomb down.
I don't know what I was expecting coming into this game, but it wasn't a 9-0 start for OG.
There's usually more to be proud about a Complexity T side on Mirage. But once again, I'll just bring up the fact that Config was the man that was sometimes the only guy responsible for mid control.
Yeah.
So that's obviously the most important part of the map, and he was unlocking it with gun work, a couple nades, and it's kind of Yakinder-esque what we saw from him for VP. I mean, they both are able to take so much space. It's what you get from an aggressive star.
They walk into the HE, turning the corner to try and get some aggression into the B bomb side. It's a rough beginning for them, and now they're going to get chewed up by the rifles. Valder handling this so well, playing around the smoke, comes back for seconds, and that might have been too much, but the initial grenade, the fact that he stayed alive and got a double kill on his own, just absolutely well played. 10-0 in their favor. They actually, if you just look at the 10-0 scoreline, you'd think they had a lot more money to work with. I guess that's, if you had to find something for Complexity, you'd have to look at the money and say, maybe if they win 2 in a row, they could get another one for free, you know? Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a stretch.
Yeah,
I'm reaching hard.
The first thing they got to do is get 1. If they can get 1...
True.
And if they find consecutive rounds, that's when we're talking. That's when we're talking. That's when this point could be something. Poison going for the early cat swing play, but Valde is already boosted up, and he takes down 2. JKS does get the trade, and Mantu takes down Esatec. Okay, this is getting pretty puggy. Flamef just pushing through the smoke, finds Mantu. He seems to know that Flames is here, and he's got the angle. All right, Complexity finally in a 2-on-2 situation.
Bomb, though, in the middle. Man, he had such confidence in taking that fight, Valde, because he knew the Molotov was down there as well. He just didn't care at all. JKS gonna be just escaping through the smoke, and BlameF couldn't find that third kill. He's had a very good round otherwise, but it's gonna be JKS to try and put that bomb down, shooting through Nico just as the smoke fades. Very good timing indeed, and that's 11-0 in favor of OG. They do not even get the bomb down.
I would love for this round to be the mic'd up segment.
Yeah.
Personally, there was a lot of commotion here, a lot that OG had to put together, but by the end of it, they obviously did. And I would be extra keen on knowing whether or not Alexi B actually alerted Nico to the fact that he's planting on that side of triple, because he seemed ready for it before the smoke even faded.
He did, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he probably would have shot even if it wasn't faded, so might have hit that shot no matter what. It looked like it. 2 deals, 1 MAC-10, 1 Tech-9, and a P250. Not bringing a lot to this particular round here, Complexity. Bomb plot might have slightly helped them, but what a brutal start.
Yeah, this is a great defense for OG, all things considered. Montu also is in just simply great form. It does not look like he's missing too many shots, or even when he does, he's in a position that he can fall back and take another clean shot. So gotta respect what Montu is putting up in the server right now. Alexi thinking that there could be a player there, but as soon as the smoke blooms, he gives it up.
I mean, again, they're kind of set up to pinch the bomb side, but they need at least a kill to open up that idea. JKS could be one of them. A little bit of a Molotov thrown in by S-Tag. It's going to be JKS going down. Flames just good crosshair placement for that particular kill. Alexi, yeah, he realizes. He might have even heard that step. MAC-10 on the other side, and it's going to get the kill, but BlameF is alone and very low on health, and he's not going to get a chance to touch that weapon either. It'll be another round, 12-0 in their favor here. And Mantu, I mean, just to catch up with him, he's 18-4 right now. So things are working out all right.
That's incredible. He doesn't even have the most ADR in the server. It's Valde. He has 144 ADR. That's actually unbelievable. Both of them are stepping up today. Complexity right now, it just to be really honest about it, it really feels like they can't find ever that clean entry or even always the cleanest trade, which would open up a bomb site, which would break open any of the various setups that OG are running. It's taking a little too long. The firepower, whatever you want to call it, maybe the flashes to get some space, they're not there for them right now. And OG, they're hitting every shot that they're presented. So you need to do something to disturb that.
And even without a config, right? The firepower between them still should be strong enough that you kind of would expect for Complexity to just win some of the opening fights. You know, just walk onto a bomb site with an AK and shoot a couple of people, right? But that's where you start to really worry if it isn't just... If there's something more going on, basically, than just the immediate sort of, oh, it's not really... We had a bit of a rough start kind of feeling, but I still want to see some rounds where it's different. Mantu, again, not missing a lot right now. That one was close range, taking down JKS. The rest of them, well, the two people in the middle can't really join. There's the smoke. It's just fading now, but they wanted to try and come in and help out. Mantu nearly goes down. Oh, could have been a 2-for-1, but he only gets BlameF. Still a pretty good shot. Alexi, he will have been radioed already and told there's a second player in that connector, and Poison and S-Tag, I don't know, seems a bit disconnected. That fight in middle, the people on the A ramp had nothing to do with that. I'm not really sure what they were doing when they were all fighting Mantu, but a good flashbang will take away Poison too.
Yeah, there's just these halts in some of these Complexity splits, and whether that's Cold saying that he's going to just take this fight towards middle, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody needs to stop. It's curious the way that Complexity, they were in position. You mentioned it. They were there for the split, but then they just stopped at the ramp. And Cold's position gains value as there's more commotion towards what's going on the site itself.
Yeah, he loves a distraction in that moment that he can build something behind. He just doesn't get it. 4 Galils and a MAC-10. Once again, sign of the times here for Complexity. Valde gonna push through. He just catches an outline glimmer of Cold Syrup and takes him down and sprays through, hoping to catch anyone trying to follow that up. Mantu, nearly with the timing. That's uncanny for Blame if he just walked right in behind, but reveals his position. Mantu not hitting the immediate flick. There's going to be a bit of a setup, but Blame actually turns for it. He was somehow aware. That's a pretty quick reaction. And he's still just fighting with the Galil, and eventually, surely, he's going to just run out of space to stand on. Another headshot. That is well played.
Blamef is still a machine as an individual. The fact that he gets that is pretty insane. Valde, though, takes down Esatag, who was just standing right between him and a flame. And then Valde finds the final onto Poison.
You notice how Valde didn't even try to walk, like, be silent in the underpass? He just ran. And he knew someone was there. Like, you can try to come and take the fight with me, but I'm going to win it. So that's kind of tough to play against someone who's in that mood. It's 14-0, Maui. I don't know. We're getting something out of OG for sure here. This is...
We're getting there.
I was expecting.
We're getting there. I have a superstition about not bringing up what could happen in this game. So I don't say it.
Yeah, don't. Just don't. It's don't jinx it.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll not even mention it.
Right. When it happens, it happens.
That's it. You can't force it.
Oh, double molly. Oh, okay. Cold gets out. Or he survives at least.
What if double mollies ticked double the damage?
They do.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Every time? What if the ticks are like synced? Do they still?
It'll do double. It'll do.
Wow.
Yeah.
People should do that more. What if you throw 5? Does it stack infinitely?
You know, I rarely have run across that situation or watched a demo where it came up, so...
No one's tested it yet.
I couldn't tell you for certain.
Could be a genius strategy that's just waiting to be deployed.
Okay, we've got a fake smoke coming out for what's normally a fast A play. So maybe some misdirection. Complexity trying something a little different this time around.
Mantu, what could be another 2 for 1 there? Stands up and doesn't hit the follow-up, and he's finally going to get run down. But once again, there's so much backup behind it. Nico with a double kill. Still a 2-on-3. Valde, that was dangerous. Poison not getting an opportunity to get the shot, I think. And Valde goes for the repeat. Probably sooner than he needed to. I feel like, once again, they could have probably slowed that down just a bit here. But it's hard to blame OG if they're feeling a bit overzealous themselves. Nice spray, and I can't believe that he's still alive, Poison. Feels like he should have been 100% dead then. Now it's on Flames, 1 versus 2, and he just sneaks through, does get spotted, takes down Cold, and looks for Poison immediately. Not quite sure where to look for him, and there's smoke everywhere. Nice jump up in the middle of the smoke to try and look for him. He sees him, Deagle's out, and the shot comes through. And it is a clutch to secure the flawless first half. 15-0 in their favor. That is absolutely brilliant. What a punishing first half here, OG. They come out way ahead. We'll see if they can follow through in the second half coming up after the break.
The Player 2 skin, it's a bit odd to me. There's too much color in it. Around D.
I would say B. Hard Zone from my team. He used this skin in his M4. I really like it.
Ooh, the Mecha Industrious Tire C. That's a pretty nice skin if you get some nice sticker combos on it, I guess.
This one I don't enjoy that much. D.
A good old D, I think, yeah. It just never suits me and I never used it that much.
That one is enough. I think there's a lot of colors that don't match.
I would probably put that pretty high, like in B, I think. I like the colorful things when it's shiny.
For me, it's one of the best. I would go with S, this one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent. There's a lot of good silence skins up there, so it's pretty hard to rate all of these. But it's probably around B.
I liked it, but it's not that big thing. I would go with B.
And the Hyper Beast. It'll probably be an E. Yeah, I think it's too mainstream the way it looks.
It's very cool. Like if you have like blue gloves and stuff like that. I think that's A. That's an A for sure.
I'll probably go with an F on this one actually. I think the same for the Cyrex. It's too mainstream for me.
If you see outside the game, for me it's an S, but during the game I don't really like this too much. I don't know why. I'll go with C.
See, this one is a bit interesting because that's very colorful, but I've previously said I didn't like the colorful skins. I think because this is a new one, I like it a lot and I haven't even played with it myself. Probably put it up at A or something.
I really like it. Yeah, I think that's for me is it's an A. Yeah.
Ooh, and this one. Ooh, I have a teammate who would be very sad if I said it wasn't the best one. Yeah, this is a TS for sure. Just, yeah, I like it a lot.
I have a feeling that in-game is not that cool, like outside the game. E. I'm going to put it in the E rank.
I think this one is good looking as well. It'll probably go more than TIA for this one, yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's not as mainstream as others, I would say. Just because I haven't been in the game for as long, I guess.
This one is super cool. Yeah, I think this one is an S rank. Yeah. Yeah, I really like blue. I think print stream and this one, the ranking is one of the best. Yeah.
Montu, now you post up on apps, okay? Because now they are losing so hard that he will do a mistake of strafing or something because they want to get back into the game, you know?
Yeah. I'm jumping.
Don't see.
I don't see.
How is that? Can be
No stairs, I'm blind.
Follow ramp out, can you flash ramp?
Yeah, hop. Yes, flashing Tetris. I'm only ramp.
Watch out, cone, guys. Watch out, cone.
Yeah,
One con as well.
One more
From left side and 2 ramp.
I think he's
It's
best
right side,
maybe
left
a
side.
bit.
Nice, 2 ramp,
last
2 ramp.
I'm
Open AK
firebox.
and a bomb.
And 8 ramp.
One is up.
They can peek for
Yes, they can peek. I'm hiding firebox well.
Don't see Apex, bro.
Go B.
Sandwich dead.
It's open,
Up,
Sky.
up.
He
Flash.
flashed from ramp.
He's sandwich. I heard him.
Nice, Valde.
Nice flash, man.
Wow, self-evidently immoral behavior from OG and actually mind-reading complaint. I don't think we have rules against it necessarily because no one's really done it before. But obviously, if you're actually cheating on that level, it's hard to deal with. They actually knew what they were doing.
Yeah, Alexi B should consider poker as a secondary profession if he's able to do that.
Tarot cards, maybe.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If he can read the future, that's also very valuable.
He obviously can. We have scientific evidence, so we have it on video, in fact. 16th round, here we go. Second half is coming up. It's OG and Complexity here at the Showdown, and it's looking tough at the moment for the CT side now of Complexity. It's going to be a quick bomb plant, a secondary smoke going up into the connector, and they're all being funneled through CT spawn. It's going to be a full 5-man push to try and get in here, and that's dangerous too. They're stacked on top of each other, but it doesn't matter. Fighting their way through. JKS with the final kill there, and Mantu and Nico on their own. They're fighting it back, and Mantu, no one's checking. Oh no, they had the round already. It was a 5-on-2, and now it's a 1-on-1. Nico just has to hide, play the time. Esatag, he's not on the bomb yet. Tagged a little bit, just tickled with that P250, and he's just playing for time. He can't get in on that defuse ever, it seems, and it's 16-0 for the second time playing Blast. Complexity end up getting not a single round. This time it was on Mirage, and last time I believe it was